The Sun Sign News Daily Horoscopes are for information purposes only. The Sun Sign News Daily Horoscopes are not intended to replace professional medical, psychological, legal, or investment advice. It is the intention of the author of the Sun Sign News that the daily horoscopes be used in conjunction with one's own common sense and, if warranted, the advisement of a professional and licensed physician, psychologist, attorney, or investment advisor, etc. Welcome to another edition of the Sun Sign News. Today's horoscopic reading is for Monday, June 5th, 2023, calculated for sunrise Eastern Standard Time and beginning with the sign currently occupied by the Sun. Gemini, today and for the next few days you can expect your imagination, creativity, and vision for your personal future to be powerfully stimulated by the prevailing stellar influences. And lucky you, it seems as though there will be people around you who are willing to support you in the pursuit of your aims. There is one warning, however, and this is for the attached. Along with all this mental stimulation can come some unconventional or non-traditional views on romantic relationships. Your partner may or may not be ready for this. For the single Gemini, this translates to romantic relations that begin under this influence maintaining an unconventional or non-traditional status for the duration of the relationship. Maybe you should make sure that's something you're ready for. Cancer. While we're not saying that you're likely to be an emotional train wreck over the next few days, we will state that there is the potential for this time to be challenging. This is most likely rooted in an internal conflict. On the one hand, your desire for romantic companionship can be almost overwhelming, but on the other hand, you're feeling the need to be off by yourself, even to the point of taking a brief period of total seclusion. The same can probably be said about being with friends and family. This stellar influence is a test wherein you're expected to find some means of managing your emotional extremes. But what we are also seeing in these charts is that as you work through this inner turmoil, those closest to you really do have your back. Leo. The working or professional side of life is where you're going to shine today, but the stars carry a warning for you. Under this influence, you could become power mad. Yeah, really, like some legendary dictator or mad scientist in a movie. So you're going to need to do a self-check periodically throughout the day, and ideally for several days after today, and ask yourself, have I crossed the line that separates mere ambition from total power madness? Parents, speaking of lines, there is a fine line between generous and overly indulgent. Virgo, if you suddenly find yourself uncharacteristically conservative in financial matters or in the management of your time and resources, trust that it is your intuition that is guiding you. Today and the next several days marks a brief phase where you should not only fully concentrate on, but feel good about building your financial and material storehouses. Libra, while the message in the stars is not a questioning of your integrity, as your care and concern for those around you is likely quite real and from the heart, it is, however, a suggestion that in your dealings with those around you, there may be a temptation to use your legendary Libran powers of charm to manipulate them. So what's wrong with that? Well, at some point in the future, you may face exposure for this, and your ruthlessness will be seen by all. Scorpio, beginning today and for the next few days, it is likely that matters of home and family become the dominant theme in your life. Family origins and hereditary traits and issues may become topics of conversation. During this same time, you should pay extra attention to your diet and digestive health. Romance tonight looks really good for the attached, and single Scorpios could make a connection. Sagittarius. While there is the potential to take on some debt under this stellar influence, there is also the potential to make some extra money as well. Push yourself to achieve because it is very likely that for the next few days you will be focused on improving and beautifying your surroundings. New furniture, clothing, or a fancy new watch may come out of the stellar influence. Just know how you're going to pay for it before you buy it. Capricorn. All right, this is probably going to come across as really weird, but if those around you refer to you at any point over the next few days as a killjoy or buzzkill, then you are doing your job. Every family or group or social circle needs someone to occasionally rein everyone in and set a good example so they don't go out and hurt themselves physically, financially, legally, or otherwise. Right now, the stars say that is your job. So for the next few days, you're playing either Mama Bear or Papa Bear. Keep an eye on those knuckleheads. Aquarius. Under the prevailing astrological influences, some signs are inclined towards setting a good example for others. Similarly, you too are being advised to be careful as to how you influence others with your own behavior and actions, as under these stars you can have a powerful effect on the world around you. Think internet influencer or movie star or music mogul or famous athlete. Yeah, that kind of impact and influence. And as your creativity and thus artistic expression will likely be heightened under this stellar energy, you should remain aware of the impact you're having on the world around you, for better or for worse. Pisces. The prevailing stellar influences, which persist for several days after today, are inharmonious with your sign and can bring out some qualities you never knew you had, like jealousy and a fanatical pursuit of your goals and objectives that could extend to a scorched earth mentality. Just so there's no misunderstanding, we're quite sure you've never experienced any of these qualities before. Quite sure indeed. You know what would really suck? To be looking back upon these next few days, say about a week from now, and asking yourself why you gave in to that behavior. Aries. Hey, it's another astrological two-edged sword. Yay! So on the one edge, today and for the next few days, your intellect will be powerfully stimulated and you are likely to find yourself striving for knowledge on subjects as diverse as not tying to astrophysics. On the other edge, your desire for things like romantic partnership and the bringing into reality of your hopes, dreams, and goals is likely to be so strong that the desire to fulfill your wishes subordinates your intellect and common sense. It's sort of a trap. Our advice is that you see to it that you don't fall into this trap. Good luck. Taurus. The stars advise that, for the next few days, it is time for you to personify the qualities that your sign is famous for. Reliable, the faithful friend or partner or employee, self-controlled, responsible. We don't know what there is in the way of a specific reward for this, or if there is even some sort of a penalty connected to failure. But in taking an educated astrological guess, we are assuming that the reestablishing of these basic Taurian sun sign traits will leave you feeling stronger, grounded, and ready to assume those responsible positions of leadership that you are built for. If you've enjoyed the audio version of the Sun Sign News, we ask that you give us a thumbs up and even subscribe to this channel if you are so inclined. That will help keep us on the air and delivering a daily dose of cynicism and sarcasm wrapped in a supercharged daily sun sign horoscope. And remember, don't blame us.